Well, good morning, class, and welcome to another week's worth of videos. And this one's going to be kind of unique in the fact that it's not going to be a topic of something that we're going to learn through our unit, but this is going to kind of be like a wrap-up assessment review, and it's going to kind of give you some strategies and things that you can explore and maybe use to kind of go back and maybe study some things in this unit to help you for the end of the unit assessment. So your learning target is I can use a review strategy to help study for my end of the unit assessment. And again, hopefully, like every learning target by the end of this with confidence, you can say that, but not only that, but you can actually take something and kind of help you study through your unit as you take the end of the unit assessment, because as a reminder, we only get 2 shots at those. So we want to make sure that we're preparing the best that we can. And I want to make sure that I give you enough resources to kind of help you out with that as well. So again, this is not going to be somewhat of a lesson learning a new topic, because I think we've kind of run through that, but this is to kind of help you prepare for that end of the unit assessment. So again, like we start out with the engage part. I'm not going to show the video, but there's a funny video I found that just kind of has different outlooks and how people study for tests, and then kind of share below maybe how you kind of relate to one of those funny videos, and maybe you can kind of share an experience that you had, but maybe just kind of engage section, kind of just share something, or maybe just give me some things on how you prepare for a test. So what do you do? It could be the night before, it could be the day of, it could be how you study. You can kind of put whatever you want there as well. And then like any explore section, we have a video here that kind of has some strategies on studying and preparing for the end of unit assessment. So if you click on that, it's going to give you some rundown on some ideas, because again, the whole point of this video is to maybe take something from this and be able to use it as you study for your assessment for this first unit, and units in any more units that we have, and possibly maybe some different class units as well, because that would be kind of the idea. And then we're going to kind of look at the read section together here just for a little bit. Again, we're going to look at resource to better understand strategies on how to study and prepare for the end of the unit assessment. So if you kind of look at this sheet here, it gives you some ideas. Now, again, we are a cyber school, so some of this is related to more of a, brick and mortar in class kind of thing. But we have things like make sure you have all your materials. And again, they have quizzes and homework, but this could be cool downs. This could be exercise sets that you did on the side. This could be the notes that you take. Textbook would just be, our platform that we use. And then step 2, you can actively read through your notes that you took, or your graphic organizers, or the cool downs that you completed. You can go back and kind of actively review those. You can redo homework or the cool downs that you did. You can practice tests, which we really don't have, but a good thing might be to go back and use those exercise sets that I do not require you to do, but they're kind of like a side thing that you can do to help prepare for that test. So that might be something you can do. They have here create a quiz, make a study sheet, and as you work through this lesson, at the end of the elaborate section, I do actually give you a template that might be sort of like a study sheet to help you through this unit, and as we go. And then some other tips here, there's always a study group. You can always get together as people from our own class and kind of maybe quiz each other, throw questions back and forth, be able to solve, maybe show your notebook up on the screen. Hey, I got this answer, what did you get? And kind of use each other there as well. We sometimes call that peer tutoring, or kind of like use a friend to help you study, which is always a good thing if you don't do well studying by yourself. So hopefully you can kind of read through these and see maybe something that fits for you, or something that you can use practically as you work through this lesson. And then again, the do section, and kind of something different here. What we're going to do is I have a Padlet. This will be our first Padlet for this class. And when you log on to this Padlet, it's going to take you to our page for pre-algebra, and there's a question there for you. And with this question, what I'd like you to do is research using Google one strategy that you can find on the internet in regards to math. Maybe you can find something, and then in this Padlet, just share that strategy that you found. But don't just find the first thing that you see. Use one that's actually going to be useful to you as it helps you study through this unit. And then the explain section is just simply in the do section. Explain what strategy stuck out to you as you explored, and explain why. In the evaluate section for this, just make sure that all the weekly instructor lessons are done. So there's really no specific cool down in this section. Is go back and review those weekly lessons and make sure that they're all completed. And then in the elaborate section for this, I think this is going to be pretty useful. They call it the Frayer model. And I couldn't stick the circle in the middle. Usually the vocab section is in the middle in a circle. But I couldn't do that, so I put it kind of above. And what we do is you stick a vocab that you see. This could be from your content assessments or your playlists and your power focus areas. And then you find the definition, right? You find some characteristics, you find some examples, and then when we say non-examples, what doesn't it look like? So it could be the complete opposite of the example. And sometimes when we see that, if we just look for examples, sometimes we can get confused if we see something that we're not used to, but if we look at the non-examples as well, we can always identify that that definitely is not what this vocab is. So it's kind of looking at both sides. So this is something we're going to complete. I'm going to complete find two vocab and some things out. But what I would like you to do is to kind of go further and keep adding sections to it. And all you have to do is copy and paste those pages and make a new page and just keep going. And again, some units don't have very many vocab. So, I mean, you don't have to do that. Or if you find an idea, in our unit, like adding and subtracting integers, you could put that in there as well and put some definitions, some examples. So it doesn't have to be a specific word. It could be an idea or anything. So what I say is make sure that you either fill in the doc and share with me, or if you put it in a notebook, which is totally fine, send me a picture and insert it here. I think some of you are getting pretty good at that as well. And then like every lesson, express in what ways do you think you need to improve? And I kind of put this in here because this is a review section. So what are some areas as you think back over this unit? What are some things that you can improve on as you work through these lessons or through the unit, and some things that you could do differently? So again, hopefully this is really beneficial to you as we give you some study help for this end of the unit assessment. If you noticed on the unit, I extended it another week because I think we just need some more time. And again, we only have 4 sections in this whole entire class. So I don't want to shrink it so much that I want to make sure the pace is on where it should be. So I extended that another week. So make sure you continue to work through the unit and continue to complete everything that's necessary for this unit as well. And then if you have any questions, please let me know. And if you find something new, be willing to share it in here, and I'll be able to look at it and be able to kind of see what direction that you're taking. So hopefully you have a good week, and if you need any questions, please let me know. Thanks.